Hey guys, welcome to Blox Talk. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Nass.
And today we're talking about streaming. For those of you who don't know what streaming is, when you watch Netflix and you put on a video, and how are you getting that video without having a disc? That's streaming. It's basically transferring data. But streaming nowadays is more than just using Netflix. It transcends into gaming, and it affects gaming in a big and bad way. We've seen services like Twitch that have been going rampant.
Justin TV, Ustream, and all that stuff. So basically today's episode is going to be fully dedicated to streaming in general, video game streaming, and how streaming has impacted the video game industry as a whole.
Because it warped the way we share
content. People are making a living off of it right now.
Exactly. Well, not just that. I mean, when we were kids, I don't know for you, I'm in my 20s.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, it was a question of you play the game by yourself and or invite friends over, and then you go to school or and you just talk about it. But nowadays, it's more than that. You can just start playing and show it to the world.
Pretty much. Like, you're able to share your moments with everyone around the world at the same time. So it's like having a billion friends just looking at you playing.
Yeah, and it unites the community.
Exactly. Now, before we get into all that stuff, we're going to talk about how streaming became mainstream as it is today. I think we have to
raise our hats.
Raise our hats or credit, first of all, to the esports community that brought streaming to what we know today. Before League of Legends, before all of that, it started off with like the StarCraft series, the MLG, and all that stuff. People streaming it online from Justin TV to Ustream. Before even Twitch became the Twitch that we know today, streaming was impacted by the esports community. So like all the competitions you guys hear about,
all the CSs of this world and all that. Yeah.
Everything was streamed around the world, people to watch and like look at the competitions around the world.
Because how do you get better in a game? You watch people that are better than you. And you learn from what they do.
And what happened is basically League of Legends, which is like the pillar of the esports industry right now. It's what's shaping the industry right now in terms of esports and competitive play, and especially in streaming. Like, just go to Twitch right now. Twitch wouldn't be Twitch without League of Legends. Over 20,000 viewers. Sometimes you get to 200,000 viewers just looking at the LCS. And that's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people watching. Like, and the other thing with streaming is it's not like YouTube where you count the view counters and it's at the same time you'll have like 200,000 people looking at the same video.
Like everyone watching the same show happening live. It's like a live thing happening. Live streaming is a big thing because of League of Legends. And look at all the big players. They like to stream. Why? They make money off of it. They're paid from it. And at the same time, people that love to watch the game get to learn from it.
Oh, well, that's the biggest part. I mean, for myself, I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone recently.
Yeah.
And and there's a few people online that have been twitching constant. One guy that I think is SC Trump. Trump is this dude who just plays like a master. And most of the tricks that I've learned in Hearthstone, I've learned from watching him. Just like you've learned most of your jungle tricks.
A lot of my jungle tricks, I learned them from who? Like, for example, for sure, like Meteos from Cloud9, like giving props to him in terms of like watching the LCS and look at him play.
Yeah, of course.
But for example, players like Trick2G and Nightblue, these guys were like pure Twitch fans. Like they live on Twitch, they stream everything. You get to watch them, and not only do you see them play, but they explain the way they play and the mechanics behind their gameplay, which helps me a lot later on. Just to improve my jungling as a whole.
Absolutely. And the other thing is, there's no such thing as video game high school, even though that'd be awesome.
It would be awesome.
There's a little series out there called Video Game High School, which is really funny. But the bottom line is there's no way for you to learn how to get better, and streaming is the perfect tool for that. And that's why I think it's so popular. People want to know, people want to get knowledge, and streaming, especially on Twitch, is just the perfect platform for
But look at Twitch, it's evolving at a rapid speed. For example, now it's officially confirmed Twitch will be the official streamer for E3, which is something that they didn't have before. Twitch is not only growing in terms of with League of Legends and everything else, it's like the dedication it has to gaming. For example, when Titanfall Beta came along, everyone was just jumping on Twitch to show everyone what it's all about. Before we were waiting for just the gaming media to tell us what it's about.
It's not anymore just a question of, I have to get my code, I didn't get it, I don't know what it looks like. You just hop in and go, crap, that's what it's going to look like.
Yeah, and a lot of people, for example, you don't like to play a game, but you love watching people play that game, you know? For example, South Park, you didn't buy it, but you can watch someone play the whole game online, and you'd be participating with the action because you have the chat going on. You have a lot of stuff going on at the same time.
The one ick about the chat right now is that on Twitch, there's a certain delay in between.
Yeah, for sure, but
it makes it hard to interact. Like,
but you call that ghosting, For example, League of Legends player get ghosted, and like you wouldn't want to lose because someone's streaming you and they're countering whatever you're doing because they know what you're doing.
No, that'd be
pretty much unfair.
I understand the concept, but it's still like,
it needs cuts, a bit to get used to.
Like, it cuts your communication with your audience.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you think of like the olden ways we had to generate that kind of stuff, like give content, LPs on YouTube for a long time were the only way of getting content out. I mean, my girlfriend, for instance, she has her own channel where she LPs with a bunch of people. And Let's Plays, for those who don't know what LPs are.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's not a question of LP. Now it's just, I'm doing this live, come and see me.
Yeah, I'm commenting while I'm playing. Just look at me doing it.
It's amazing.
We're playing. Yeah, it's incredible.
It creates a great gaming community. And we have the perfect example of how that created a community, how it affected it.
It's about the chat also. You know, Twitch plays Pokemon. That's like the newest.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the newest phenomenon on Twitch. You know,
that was
like
insane.
Everyone participating in that chat room, and every command you do, they'll do it in the game.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It got to the point where there was so many people that were just trying to mess up things
that
they had to go for democracy.
Are you really
Of course.
Are you surprised?
No, of course not.
There you go.
Of course not. But like, it came to the point where they had anarchy or democracy, and people had to vote, and then they would decide if they're doing something progressive or they're just screwing up completely.
Exactly. Like it took them how long to finish Red? Over a month.
But you know why? Because they spent like 5 days at that same. I think
the tree where you wanted to cut.
No, not even. Well, there's that. But no, there's that. But there's the is it the psychic gym leader that has all
Sabrina,
the little arrows, and you have to go and stuff, and they spend like 3 days in there.
Well, for sure. Like, imagine someone just says right away, and you have to restart from the beginning. You know?
Absolutely, yeah. But it's also kind of, and this is a complete unrelated statement.
Yeah.
But it also shows that they kind of made a social experiment and showed that if people have to do something, it's either being constructive or destructive. Like,
they lean towards 60%
of people will go towards destruction. That's pretty scary.
Look at it this way. You can't be evil in the street. Well, you can, but there's a lot of consequences.
Yeah, exactly.
When you can be destructive in a video game, there's no consequence in a video game. Unless you're playing like a decision-making video. But even then, like at the end of the day, a video game it's all about having fun. So there you go. So yeah, like what we were saying, for example, like not only was Twitch impacted and like the gaming scene was impacted, but think about how the video game companies impacted streaming also. For example, we have Nintendo with their Nintendo Directs, you know, they're streaming their direct news to everyone directly, you know. Streaming is not only a medium to play, but also an information knowledge.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. It's the easiest way to transfer knowledge because it's so quick, it's fast.
Exactly.
Anybody, and at a certain point, what's going to happen is, and this is a big statement again, but studying, schooling.
Well, yeah, online classes. It could be a full-on stream. You could stream your full-on class.
I think that's brilliant.
We're just dividing for that.
Yeah, but video games.
Video games, exactly. Now, also what streaming does, it helps you be in the moment, you know? Not everyone gets a chance to go to E3. Yes, we went to E3, but like everyone, the average Joe that can't go to E3, all right? If you're not partying, you can't go to E3. But what streaming does, it puts you there with everyone while they're talking. You feel like you're live, participating with everyone there, you know?
And it's so much more meaningful than just reading an article after.
It's a social interaction like no other. Streaming, like in the gaming industry, is a whole other level of streaming. You can stream movies and music and whatever, but for streaming and gaming, it's like it involves and indulges the players and the community.
Glue.
Exactly.
It's a glue. It's what brings all gamers and all companies and everybody together. It makes kind of this like nice mushball of gaming.
Well, that brings us to another point, like next gen. We're in the next gen right now, all right? Past gen was PS3, 360. Now we're in the Xbox One, PS4, Wii U era. And what's the biggest thing people are talking about is social interaction with your consoles, all right?
Absolutely.
What's next gen? Next gen is not just about pretty graphics and beautiful gameplay. It's also about what do you innovate in terms of how you play. And that's what Sony and Microsoft are fighting for. Like, unfortunately, Nintendo's not doing it. There's no streaming capabilities in the Wii U. But the PS4 had it since launch.
Yeah, absolutely,
right? People since launch have been streaming Assassin's Creed, they've been streaming FIFA, they've been streaming Battlefield 4, Killzone, Knack, all that stuff. But it was limited to the PlayStation 4 consoles, right? It was only for the PlayStation 4 communities. Now, why do we launch this streaming episode today? It's because on March 11th, Titanfall's coming out, and Microsoft is bringing Twitch finally to the Xbox One.
Right? And it's gonna be awesome!
Yes, because it is the next step in streaming. Not only do you have access to everything Twitch gives you from the PC, but now people can actually jump in with their broadcaster in the games they're playing.
Yeah.
So this is a whole other level of social interaction. Like, imagine a game like The Division.
Yeah, you're just playing, you're just doing your stuff, you're leveling up, you're doing whatever quests
exactly.
you're doing, and all of a sudden you've got, like, Dude 101 that was watching your video is like, can I play with you? You accept him, and bam, he's playing with you, and he's a part of the streaming experience as well.
There you go. Like, for example, in the PC version of Twitch, a lot of, like, League of Legends players, they have, like, what you call the sub wars, all right?
Yeah.
When you subscribe, you get to play with the guys that, like, own the channel, or also with other subscribers, you know, they're called sub wars for a reason, and that creates a different type of interaction. It's not just the sub wars where, like, he has to add them manually. No, now he can fully interact with his followers and his viewers, and he can give some extra stuff to the subscribers. You know, if you get a beta pass, then you go jump into my beta game right away. Yeah. There's a lot of possibilities for next gen. Hopefully Sony will bring something of the kind.
They're going to have to kind of step up, because right now what Microsoft is doing with their version of Twitch is they're basically going, hey Sony, I see that Surface that you have on your console. This is ours. Your move. And because this is the fact that you're able to, first of all, I want to be able to watch Trump on me Xbox One. I want to be able to just be like, shoop, click, and even if I'm not doing
well, you're allowed to do it already. You're allowed to watch your guys already on the Xbox One, but you just can't broadcast or join other people's games. Yeah. But you can just watch other people's streams. Yeah,
and then you just, what I'm going to say is like, watch them, then jump into Titanfall, and then be like, oh, and then have people, all my friends join in. It's fun to have, because like we said, we're big fans of the Xbox One. We're also fans of the PS4. We don't want to bash anything. We love all consoles equally.
I'm a big fan of the Wii U.
Absolutely.
I'm a big supporter of the Wii U, and I'm going to talk about the streaming in the Wii U in just a moment when you finish what you got to talk about.
But just the fact that with the Xbox One, you've got that, it is that extra step. It's more next gen. And I'm really excited to be able to use that feature on March 11th.
Well, that brings me to Nintendo. Like, look at what they're doing with their Wii U. You know, if the Wii U had a streaming capability, I don't know if the hardware could handle it. Maybe it can, maybe it can't. But if it can, what are you waiting for? You have Super Smash Brothers.
I was going to say they're waiting for Smash. Please tell me you're waiting for Smash.
You have Mario Kart coming out. 2 of the biggest games on your console that you're predicting that it's going to sell it. Stream it. Make competitions about it. Riot did it right. You could do it better. You're Nintendo, for God's sake. Like, imagine what you could do with Smash, jumping in and out, of people's games, making online tournaments, just, having like the biggest Twitchers in Smash, duking it out. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
But the other thing with Nintendo that's kind of weird, and that's not to be mean or anything, but Nintendo never wanted to be a part of their gaming community as for things like Super Smash. I went to Apex this year in January, and it was independently streamed, and it was independently
Well, they have a big community for Smash, right?
Oh, they have a... Jesus Christ, man. It's one of the biggest communities in gaming, period. Like, League of Legends is huge, but every single League of Legends player has played Smash. Everybody has played Smash. Smash is one of those games that everybody has played, and everybody kind of knows.
You've had a taste of Smash.
Everybody's
Call
played
of Duty
Smash.
Players play Smash or Mario Kart.
Everybody's played Smash. It's one of those universal games, and so everybody loves Smash. And I don't understand why they don't invest in Smash, because it's such a huge game and it has such potential.
It could propel Nintendo to a whole other level.
But are they interested in that? That's the question.
That's a whole other Blox Talk we're going to have dedicated to Nintendo, the Wii U, and Smash by itself.
Eventually.
So I think we've covered pretty much about streaming and twitching. Here's our 2 questions today for you guys, all right? My first question for you guys, he's going to give you the second question, is do you stream or do you watch streams?
If adding to his question, if so, leave your tag down. We'd like to see your stream. And second question, if Nintendo were to release their stream, would you stream it? Would you stream Smash? Because I know I would. So let us know down there.
Leave your comments. Let us know what you guys think about it. And I'm Nass.
I'm Shawn, and this was Blox Talk. Guys,
don't forget to subscribe.
Absolutely. Like, share, subscribe, and make gaming your reality at IMGMR.com.
Because it's ours.
Cheers.
I'm proud to announce a new partnership with Twitch. Now, for the first time, enabled with Connect and connected to the cloud, all of your gameplay experiences can be shared. With more than 35 million unique viewers, Twitch is one of the most popular destinations to view live streaming games. And now, Twitch is built into Xbox One so you can instantly broadcast your gameplay.